guys, welcome back to another Mini Moto Monday, a quick podcast for you to help you start your week off on the right foot. If you're enjoying these episodes, let me know. I truly appreciate your feedback. It helps me be able to bring all of you better podcasts, social clips, you name it. I just want to be able to serve you guys in the best way possible. I know I've gotten some good feedback on these so far, kind of stopped a little bit, mainly just because I kind of had a lot on my plate, but I'm hoping to get back into the swing of things as things are moving around. So you will have more coming from me. So today's mini is kind of personal to me, I guess. It's something that I'm currently what's the word? It's not dealing with, that's not the right phrase, but it's something that I am learning to adapt into my life right now. That's the better way of saying it. And basically today is about learning to detach from the outcome, or in layman's terms, just how to let things be, how to not be so controlling over where you're going or how it's going to come to you. Call it whatever you want, but that's what we're going to talk about today. And I want to start by asking you guys this question. And this is something that I was asked, and it's something that I have been asking myself. And the question is, do you trust the universe or God or whatever it is that you believe in? Do you trust that what it is you've asked for will come to you? There is this beautiful saying from one of the people that I really enjoy listening to, and it is Abraham Hicks, and she basically says, what you ask for, when you tell the universe what it is you want, it already exists and it's going to come back to you. So if you know that something's already going to come, you just have to let it come the way it's meant to come. Okay. I want to share also with you guys the movie that helped me realize this, that everything always works out and you'll get to where you need to get to. The road might not be exactly what you expect, and it's the road you're meant to go down. Before we do that, I have some quick call to action for anyone who is listening or watching. If you are a first-time listener of Bar Talk, guys, welcome on in. If you are a returning regular of mine, guys, I love seeing you. I love having you guys here. It really makes my day, and it makes my week just being able to sit down and chat with you, or be in your head, which sounds kind of weird, but I think you get what I'm saying. If you are an audio listener of mine, make sure you are following the podcast wherever you get your podcast. Leave a 5-star rating and a little review. It helps more than you know, especially with a growing podcast. And with the algorithm, I want more people to be able to come into the bar. If you are a video consumer of mine, guys, hi, my YouTube peeps. Great to see you. Make sure you are subscribed to the YouTube page. Give this video a thumbs up and leave a little comment. And then also hit the notification bell, because that's where you'll be, prompted to all of that stuff. And then make sure you guys are following us on social. It is at Bar Talk with Jenna across the board on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. We have minis on Mondays, full episodes on Thursdays, drink of the week on Fridays, and then more little stuff to come. But I would really love it if you guys would hang out there and just be a part of this beautiful growing bar community that we got. All right. BetOnline is the fastest and easiest way to wager on all of your favorite sports, contests, and events with first to market odds and lines. Find reviews and news for every league, including Major League Baseball, NFL, NBA, NHL, combat sports, esports, and even golf. BetOnline continues to be the top online resource for all of your sports information, from live in-game betting, prompts, and futures. Head to BetOnline today or use your mobile device to join today and make your first sports bet using promo code BELIEVE50 to receive 50% off your welcome bonus. BetOnline, where the game starts. Okay, guys, let's dive on into how to detach from the outcome. I said that a movie made me realize this, and the movie is Look Both Ways on Netflix, starring Lily Reinhart. I am a Lily Reinhart fan from watching her on Riverdale. I had to stop watching Riverdale because it just got a little bit all over the place, if I'm being honest, but that's besides the point. Let me get back on track. Anyways, I encourage all of you to go and watch Look Both Ways. If you have like 2 hours to kill, watch it without, kind of giving too much away about what happens she basically gets pregnant, and the movie explores what her life would look like if she got pregnant and what would happen if she didn't get pregnant. It's a really interesting point of view that I've never seen before, and it made me realize that whatever path you take is the path we're meant to take. Whatever path that we choose is the right one. It doesn't make the other path the bad path or the wrong one. It was just another path that you could have chosen. Free will gives you the choice to choose whatever road you choose to go on. Now, outcome. We're talking about detaching from the outcome, and it's one of the 7 spiritual laws of success. So one of the books I recently just read, guys, is The 7 Spiritual Laws of Success by Deepak Chopra, who I am just in love with. I've been kind of like following his practices and his studies for some time. And, one of the laws is basically the law of detachment. And I'm not going to read to you guys the whole chapter, because believe me, it's, even though it's a short one, there's like, it's one of those books that you kind of have to read it, think on it, and then read it again, because it's a lot to take in. But I want to read to you guys basically the opening page for the law of detachment. And it says this: in detachment lies the wisdom of uncertainty. In the wisdom of uncertainty lies the freedom from our past, from the known, which is the prison of past condition. And in our willingness to step into the unknown, the field of all possibilities, we surrender ourselves to the creative mind that orchestrates the dance of the universe. Like 2 golden birds perched on the self-same tree, intimate friends, the ego and the self dwell in the same body. The former eats the sweet and the sour fruit of the tree of life, while the latter looks on in detachment. I got to read this one part again. In our willingness to step into the unknown, the field of all possibilities, we surrender ourselves to the creative mind that orchestrates the dance of the universe. And basically, guys, what that means is, again, I think in life, you always have, you have 2 choices to look at anything, really. Like there's always 2 options of how you can choose to look at anything. And I think for some of us, like, our willingness to step into the unknown, the field of possibilities, and surrender ourselves to the creative mind that orchestrates the dance of the universe, the word unknown can be really terrifying to some of us, right? Because we like to know. I think, part of living and part of just, us being here is we can find out things, right? Like, we have Google, we can find out anything, right? But what happens when you don't know? What happens when, no matter how much research you've done, how much prep you've made, how much you've prepared for anything, what if you still don't know? And what if you'll never know unless you just jump into the unknown? And part of the jumping into the unknown, guys, is learning to detach and detach. And again, I know, like, actually, let me get this. Hold on. I'm so happy I remember this. Okay. I'm back. Sorry. So I think back in 2020, I started reading the daily teachings of the secrets, and I ripped this one out because it stuck to me so much. And basically it says, do you know that as you try and work out how your desire will come about, you are actually pushing your desire away from you? Did you hear that, guys? As you try and work out how you can make your desire happen, you are sending a huge message to the universe that you do not have your desire. And if you're not emanating the exact frequency of having your desire from within you, how can the universe possibly find your signal to deliver your desire? I know that can sound like a lot, because I know the first time I read it, I had to reread it probably like a bunch of times. But basically what that's saying to you guys, and it goes back to when you ask the universe for what you want, the universe will give you what you want. Your job is letting go of the how. Don't worry about how everything comes, because honestly, that's not fun. There's something fun in the unknown. There's something fun in letting things happen the way that they're meant to happen. And I think this is something that I know I've struggled with this for a really long time. Is part of, I say I'm like a recovering control freak, is you need to know how things are going to happen exactly, right? But what if I were to tell you that there is more beauty in just letting it be? And maybe right now your inner voice is saying, like, one, maybe it's laughing, and maybe it's saying, like, Jenna, that sounds great in theory, but like when I'm presented with this in the moment, like that's in it face to face with you, how do I do it? And I think the part of the how you detach from the outcome is know that it's gonna happen, right? Like you can visualize the finish line. You can visualize what it is you want. Maybe it's the job. Maybe it's having a baby. Maybe it's getting that house that you want. Maybe it's getting your dream car. Maybe it's just finding inner peace with your inner peace within yourself. There's so many things that, we want, where we have to get to this final outcome. But the beauty of life, and honestly, I think just the beauty of living, is the road that leads you there. Like, let's be real, guys, nothing is linear. Nothing goes from A to B. Nothing does, besides A to B. But I think when you remember that, like, again, like, look back on your life, look back on things that have happened to you. Like, maybe it's the way that you met your wife. Maybe it's the way you met your husband. Maybe it's the way you met your partner. Maybe it's the way you got your job. Maybe it's, the journey that you've been on for better health. Maybe it's your journey towards your own self-help. That road to get there is not linear. That road to get there was definitely winding and turning, and it probably took you down paths that you didn't expect. And you also know that where you're going down is exactly where you're meant to go. So if you know all of this, if you know that, again, part of it comes with having faith, and I can't tell you to have faith. I think having faith is just something that you have. Part of having faith is believing in the unseen. It's, I can't explain my faith, but I just know I have it. And I know that there have been many moments in my life where it might have not turned out how I thought it would turn out. It's turned out better. And it taught me things along the way, because it just did. So one of the things that I think I would encourage you guys to do, and this is something that I'm currently going through right now, is, one of the things is like staying in that frequency, kind of like The Secret said. So let me read this, because I think there's something in this we all need to hear again. I know I do. Do you know that as you try and work out how your desire will come about, you're actually pushing your desire away from you? As you try and work out how you can make your desire happen, you are sending a huge message to the universe that you do not have your desire. And if you are not emanating that exact frequency of having your desire from within, how can the universe possibly find your signal to deliver your desire? So let me break this down for you guys, because again, this is like, just, I feel like I needed to hear this honestly today. You're sending a huge message to the universe that you don't have your desire. You already have to believe that it's yours. Whatever it is that you want, guys, whatever it is that you want, you have to know in your heart that the first step is admitting that you wanted it, which is awesome. And then the next step is detaching from how it happens, which I know you're being like, what the fuck? Because I was that way too. I was like, what the fuck? But it's like, you have to let go of it. So when you let go of it and you just sit, you basically, you almost feel like dancing right now. You're kind of going to feel a little, you're like playing pretend. You're like being a kid again. And and part of the beauty and wonder and childlike sense of being a kid was your imagination and letting your imagination run wild, right? So let your imagination already know that what you've asked for, you have it. Sit in the feelings. Like ask yourself, how do you feel? Like, what are the feelings that you want when this desire is going to come to you? How is it going to make you feel when you get that job? Are you going to be happy? Is there going to be a sense of relief? When you finally, meet the man or woman you're supposed to be with, is there just a sense of love? You have to feel those feelings inside of you already. And when they say, if you're not emanating the exact frequency of having your desire from within, how can the universe possibly find your signal to deliver your desire? And that's guys, that's the battle. Like, that is half the battle. Half of the battle is making sure that you are at the same level. And when I say at the same level, like, think about it as like video games, right? Like, I'm not a big video game person, but like, just go with me here. So when you're playing a video game, right? Like, you can't expect to get all of the gold within the highest level. Like, say it's level 5. Let's say level 5 is the highest level. You know that that's what you want, but you're stuck on level 1 and you're only focusing on level 1, right? Which, it's like, okay, well, I'm on level 1. You have to almost pretend that you are at level 5. You have to get yourself up here. You have to get yourself to the level in which you want your desire to come to you. And once you can emanate that, and once you can match the frequency, meaning the vibe, meaning the feeling, meaning how you feel inside, when you can match that to your desire, and all you're focusing on, guys, you're not focusing on how everything is going to unfold. Your job is to focus on the outcome that you want and how it's going to make you feel. Your job is to focus on the outcome and focus on the feeling that the outcome is going to give you. And when you can do that, and when you just focus on that, guys, then it comes. And when you sit in that feeling and you feel those feelings, you're like, God, I know it's here. Like, oh my God, it's here. Like, I can feel it, right? Like, there it is. Like, it's coming to me, or it's came to me. And again, that's another thing. It's the way that you speak. It's the way that you're using your words. You have to speak about these things as if they're already here too. So again, to some people, it can sound slightly crazy. There's a reason the best people are always crazy, guys. There's someone, her name's Ashley Black, and her goal was to be a New York Times bestselling author. So she would tell people, I'm a New York Times bestselling author. Well, guess what? When she said it, she wasn't, but she said it so much. And then guess what happened? Ashley Black is a New York Times bestselling author. So say it, what it is that you want. You have 2 jobs in this. And job number 1, guys, is let the universe lay down the yellow brick road for you. Don't worry about laying down the road. Let the universe do it. Let God do it. Let Buddha do it. Whoever is your higher power, let them do it. That's their job. It's not yours. Your job in this is to get on that frequency of a feeling. Your job is to figure out, in this outcome that you want, how is this outcome going to make you feel? What is it that you want to feel when this outcome comes to you? What do you want to feel? You just got to ask yourself that, like, how do you want to feel? What's it going to make you feel? And then let it come. And it'll come. It'll come. And what's funny is, it either comes how you want, or it's something better. You just have to stay on that frequency of the outcome has already come. So part of detaching, guys, is focusing not on the how, it's focusing on the feeling that the outcome is going to give to you. That's your job. Okay. I think that's all I got for you today. That's about it. Again, I'm going to link this book in the show notes, The 7 Spiritual Laws of Success. Maybe I'll reread this tonight. It's a quick book, guys, but it's one of those books that you definitely want to like take your time in feeling it. Oh, you know what? Let me end this. Sorry. So we're gonna take some of Deepak Chopra's words of wisdom into you guys. So he ends each chapter by saying, applying the law of detachment. So there are 3 things to do in applying the law of detachment. Okay. This is what it is. I will put the law of detachment into effect by making a commitment to take the following steps. Number 1, today I will commit myself to detachment. I will allow myself and those around me the freedom to be as they are. I will not rigidly impose my idea of how things should be. I will not force solutions or problem, thereby creating new problems. I will participate in everything with detached involvement. Number 2, today, I will factor in uncertainty as an essential ingredient of my experience. And my willingness to accept uncertainty, solutions will spontaneously emerge out of the problem, out of the confusion, disorder, and chaos. The more uncertain things seem to be, the more certain I will feel, because uncertainty is my path to freedom. Through the wisdom of uncertainty, I will find my security. Damn, Deepak. All right. And then number 3, I will step into the field of all possibilities and anticipate the excitement that can occur when I remain open to an infinity of choices. When I step into the field of all possibilities, I will experience all the fun, adventure, magic, and mystery of life. Okay. That is today's mini for you guys. I hope you take this into your week ahead, and I hope it helps you out. If from hearing this, you think someone would benefit from this podcast, I would love it if you would send it to them. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. And I hope you all take the time today to realize that we have way more in common with each other than we have different. I will see you next time. Take care.
Hey, everybody, it's closing time. You don't gotta go home, but you can't stay here.